Triangles, angles, sides, and area. So we can classify triangles either by the characteristics of their sides or the characteristics of their angles. So a triangle that has 3 equal sides, so I would pause the video, see how many of these you can name. A triangle that has 3 equal sides is an equilateral triangle. Lateral meaning side. 2 equal sides is an isosceles triangle. A triangle that has no equal sides is a scalene triangle. A triangle that has 3 angles less than 90 degrees is an acute triangle. A triangle that has one 90-degree angle, we do this little symbol for 90 degrees here. And that is a right angle, so we call that a right triangle. And a triangle that has an angle that's, one of the angles is greater than 90 degrees, and you can see it is this one right here. That's angles that are greater than 90 degrees are called obtuse angles, so we call this an obtuse triangle. Just like acute angles are angles that are less than 90 degrees, so smaller than that. And I like to remember that by saying it's cute, and little things are cute. So it's littler than 90 degrees. Okay, a review of the area of a triangle. So to find the area of a triangle, you multiply the base, you multiply 1/2 times the base times the perpendicular height. So this is important that the height that you use of the triangle is perpendicular to the side that you use for the base. So in a right triangle, it's easy because you can use one side as the base and the other side of the right angle as the height. And then, of course, times 1/2. In an acute triangle here, the height is going to be inside of the triangle, perpendicular to the base. And then in an obtuse triangle, the height down to the side that is part of the obtuse angle down here, the height's actually outside of the triangle. To get a perpendicular line from the vertex of one triangle to the other side, the one vertex of the triangle to the other side, you actually have to go outside the triangle to get the height. So for each of these, you are going to figure out which side we would use as the base. So you don't always have to use the bottom as the base. It just has to be the side that is perpendicular to how you're measuring the height. So here it's simple, that's the base. This one here, the height is perpendicular to this side. So this is going to be our base. That's going to be our B on that side. And for this one, the height is perpendicular to this side here, so this will be our base. Let's try it with some actual numbers. So you have more information than you need in each one of these, because you only need the base times the height, so you have to decide which side to use as your base. So the height is all in red, and we know that because of this little perpendicular sign. That means 90 degrees. So we have to decide which we are using as the base. In this case, that height is perpendicular to this side here, so we're going to use 20 as our base. So we'll do the formula for area. Area equals 1/2 base times height, which is 1/2 times 20 times 7.4. And if you do that all on your calculator, you will get 74. And then we need to use the units. Here the units are km, which stands for kilometers. Now because you're doing 20 kilometers times 7.4 kilometers, the units are kilometers times kilometers. And just like when we do something like x times x and we get x squared, kilometers times kilometers, we get kilometers squared. So anytime you're doing an area, of a figure, the units will be squared. So kilometers squared, centimeters squared, inches squared, that kind of thing. Okay, let's try this one now, triangle. Here is our height, and then we have to decide which of the sides that we're given two sides, which of these would be the appropriate one to use for the base. If you said this one, you are right, because this base right here is perpendicular to the height we've been given, right here. This side can also have a height, but that would actually be inside the triangle. It would be here, like so, and we're not actually given that information. So we can't use that as our base because we don't know the height to that particular base. So we're going to do again 1/2 base, 5 times height. And I don't have my calculator in front of me, so you'll have to work that out on your calculator and then do these two on your own and come check your answers with me.